What's up, YouTube? It's the Realist again. This is part 2 of my example for my previous video of how to accept people's religions and respect them, and how to disagree with them in a non-forceful manner, and how to agree with them. I explained some ways of doing this without, so there wouldn't be drama caused, and so people wouldn't get angry, and you could actually sit down and flourish in nice logical discussion. And this is my example for it. And anyways, where I left off in my last video, I was in part one. I was talking about molecular vibration. I was just wrapping that up and moving back towards the ego-based emotions of the physical world and your physical body. And ego-based emotions, they are things such as sadness, anger, greed, lust, things like these that amplify your disposition towards anything in the physical world. And sadness and anger are more towards low vibration, ego-based emotions that are physical, and they're still ego-based. They come from your ego and your bit that doesn't want you to be spiritual, that conflicts. But those serve more towards a low vibration. So you can be very, very worldly, very physically based, and not be a low vibration. But a lot of the times, it's the sadness and anger that pull people to the low vibration. Um, that where they start experiencing the other emotions, and sometimes it'll be vice versa. Anyways, and then there's your divine emotions, your spiritual emotions, which all of these emotions serve your high vibration and will help you to raise your vibration. And these emotions being love and joy, me too. And it's the core teachings of my beliefs start at living your life for joy. Don't do things that you won't enjoy. Don't do things for other people's own joy or own pleasure. Do it for yours. So a good thing to do is that I started doing was every morning I woke up, I would plan my day and everything. And I'd look at my plan and I'd just look at it and just pick off things that I didn't really want to do, that I wouldn't enjoy. Now I can understand there are exceptions to this, such as going and paying bills or speaking with your ex about your children, about taking your children for the weekend and things like that, things you don't necessarily want to do, but for the most part, you should try, my beliefs teach, you should try to live your life with joy. And it makes you a happier person. It really does. I've enjoyed my life and a whole lot more since I've started applying this to my life. And then love. Love is the the very ground on our existence. If not for love, God got us all that is, would have never even created us in this manner, and we would not be perceiving and acting and existing in the way that we do. And all high vibration beings have supreme and ultimate love for humans, because we are the most divine of them all, aside from God. God is all that is. And our divinity is highly respected, and any kind of spiritual being has to listen to what we say to them and tell them to do. And they cannot mess with us or talk with us or even give us help unless we give them permission to do so first. Now, this makes people wondering about hauntings and ghosts and everything. Firstly, ghosts are just low vibration entities who are pretty much just trolling you, so you'll pay attention to them because that's all they want is for you to acknowledge them and play into their doubt thing of their game of self-pity and remorse and everything to indulge in them and whatnot. But anyways, ghosts actually cannot mess with you. They can't, move shit in your house, make noises or anything unless you give them permission. But the thing most people don't realize is giving permission is actually very easy to do. when you're sitting in your house, you know, all alone, it's nighttime, maybe just get there and watching a scary movie or something, you you think you hear something. Now the first time this happens, this is just simply your mind playing tricks on you. And you say hello, no one's there. And then you say, is anyone there? And then as soon as you say that, you've acknowledged them and given them permission to act in your house. You see, giving permission is very easy to do, but as soon as you've realized that you've given permission, you can take that permission back anyways. You just simply tell them to go away. But the thing is, you have to be serious. You have to be honest with yourself, and you cannot have any doubt. You have to have pure intent towards telling them to go away, or it's not a valid command towards them. Pure intent is the basis on everything that you do. But I'll get to that later. Next, I'm going to talk about your physical body some more, your biology. Your biology, you know, made up of all the different cells that your body's made of. Each one of these cells are actually aware. They're their own entities in a way. They have their own awareness, and this awareness is based on the awareness of God. And this them being sorry, I'm being tongue-tied. I really need some water, but I'm waiting till this next video. This awareness of God opens them for the possibilities of love, enlightenment, and even vibratory change. And when you realize that your body isn't just one mass in itself, each individual cell has its own vibratory molecular vibration frequency. Each one of them have their own love for you. Each one of them have their own level of enlightenment, and each one of them can change your vibration at any time. And a lot of people's conflictions and why they have a lot of problems with duality is because they think of themselves as a single being, as a single, their body is a single being. And what happens is, when you do this, you think towards your body, and you're subconsciously trying to feel your body, but you're trying to feel it as one, and so you get this mixed energy, this mixed feeling from it, and you don't know what you're feeling, and your duality will take a hold of that and play into it and make it worse. So what you got to do is realize that your whole body, every cell in your body is its own being, and you have to acknowledge it as such. So instead of saying, ouch, that hurt when you stub your toe, it's ouch, we hurt. Because your toe, every cell in your toe, every individual cell in your toe felt that pain. The cells that make up your nerves sent that pain to your brain. The cells that make up your brain and your synapses made yourself think that hurt and yell, and then you yelled out, ouch. And the yelling was your vocal cords, those cells. And this is what is astounding to me, is a lot of people will think of these as different body parts. See, it's the same concept. Body parts being an individual and having individual health is what medical science is. So is it too hard to acknowledge that on a cellular basis? It doesn't. It's so similar. Just it rings true to me. Like I said, you know, not every. It's not my place to say I'm completely right and you're completely wrong with whatever your personal beliefs are. But I'm saying for me, that's what proves it a lot for me. Now there's now I'm going to go back to pure intent and the fact of your being a divine being. You are a being of God, Goddess, all that is. You are created from God, Goddess. All that is energy. Your consciousness, your spirit, it's created from that. And this is the point of all the different lives that we live. We go from life to life to life to gain absolute divinity, to be able to go back. to God, Goddess, all that is. But I'll get to that later. And being a divine entity gives you the power of pure intent. And pure intent is the power to change anything in our reality, anything in our existence, with just a thought. Now, the problem is, people today are so full of self-doubt, and they think so much with their brains that when they try to make a decision towards something, they think about it like this: I hope that I get that job. I really want it, and I hope I get it. And this opens room for doubt of how it can't. You have to be absolutely sure that this will happen, and that's how you achieve pure intent. And some people, they try this by, saying it will happen, it will happen, it will happen, but they oftentimes overthink it, and when they overthink it, their brain opens themselves for that thought process opens themselves for doubt, and the fact that they are thinking on it so hard that the only reason they're doing that is because they're worried then it's not going to happen, and it cancels itself out. To achieve pure intent, you just simply, once every day when you wake up, you say, I'm going to be a stock market person and I'm going to do very well. And you get up and you just believe that absolutely and have no doubt. You get up and go on with your day. You do that the next morning, and you just don't let yourself doubt what you think. Just know it is your reality, and it will be as such. And there's a law of physics that's similar to this, but not quite. The law of attraction. What you put out gets brought back to you, similar to karma. Um, and ever since scientists realize that different frequencies different molecular frequencies and small auditory frequencies are let off by our bodies by different emotions, we have come to realize that the law of attraction applies to our very thoughts too. And anyways, the law of attraction is very interesting. You should look it up sometime. It's just very logical and makes a lot of sense. And if not, it's still a good brain teaser. But anyways, next I'm gonna move on to meditation and nurturing your divine being that is you, and what comes from these meditations. And firstly, meditating in itself is a very calming and relaxing technique and everything, and it can be used just to take stress off the day. It's but you can meditate on other things, and you can achieve some very interesting results. But I'm at about 13 minutes right now again. This is probably going to be a fairly long video because I got a lot to say. And I am making an example too, but I also want to share with you guys a little bit about myself and about how I am and how I come to some of the conclusions I come about. If you guys are hearing all my thoughts on everything, I think it's important for my viewers to also know a little bit about me. But anyways, I'm gonna get started on part 3 now. Have a nice day, YouTubes, and I'll catch you later. This is the Realist.